where we ask you to send us y'all questions.
No problem.
Y'all predicaments.
And we give you the not so nice advice.
This time coming to you straight from
the hallway of our apartment. Oh.
Let's get started. What are we working with today?
We're working with the following. At Damon and Jo, what do you think is the best way to handle money stuff when traveling with several people?
Gosh, that's the worst.
Wait, have you ever done like a big group trip? You
no.
kind of have in Germany, right? When you
I did.
You were in Germany with a bunch. I have to remind him of his own travel stories.
What did I do back then? When you don't have a lot of money, these things like start to like get on your nerves because if you travel in big groups of people or with certain friends who might have more money than others, you run into the problem of what?
It's no big deal. It's just $2. Every single $2. It's just $2 adds up to $1 million.
What ends up happening is like, well, I paid for you there and you can't pay for me here.
Well,
it's
no.
like, this is so much more expensive
then
than
it's
what
like a passive aggressive situation, and when you're traveling with people, the last thing you want is to have like a damper in the mood. Just
tension.
Because people are like, oh, it's fine, I'll pay for it now. And then like 10 days later, they're like, they still never paid me back. They still never
And people talk like that.
They will legitimately,
They will
money will tear up relationships, like
people
best
will try to
friends,
get you.
families. Like the money don't play games when it comes to ripping up friendships and relationships. Damon and I do this like to an extreme. Like we are like extreme. Like if I owe him $6.21, I will pay him.
I want my 1 cent.
1 cent.
Like,
oh, we owe each other $1.75. I give him $2. He gives me a quarter back.
it's just like it gets all sticky and you don't want that and you still want to be friends with these people. So
It's like bookkeeping, okay?
That's it.
And we ain't gonna be your accountant. Sorry. Next. At Damon and Jo, advice for girlfriends who think they can't travel due to women's problems in the working world later on. Parentheses, babies, question mark.
well,
Damon the woman.
yeah, let me explain this one to all you women out there.
No, I mean, I'm interested as a man. What's your perspective about this? About women being afraid to travel as a lifestyle because of the fact that they might one day have to have babies and want to have babies and families.
Let me put it to you this way. I remember when I was young, still is. I just feel like a lot of people think that whatever you do when you're 18 through 24, you have to do for the rest of your life. It's like, if you want to be a nurse for the first 5 years of your life, you can do that.
No, it's true.
And then if you want to switch careers, you can do that.
You should do exactly what you want to do at that moment and not think about what you might want to do 5 years down the road.
You know what people ask us all the time? Damon and Jo, like you guys have a YouTube channel, but what are you gonna do in 5 or 10 years? And it's like,
I'll see when I get there.
I'll see, exactly. You can still travel with kids. There's so many like mom and son like vloggers.
Yeah, no,
like,
there's a whole community of people that are like mommy travelers or like single mothers who travel. Of course, it's not gonna be the easiest thing in the world, but it's not to say that you can't do it, because anything that you wanna do, you could do if you put your mind to do it. Nothing in this lifetime is permanent. Next.
Dear Damon and Jo, what do you do if you want to travel the world, but your significant other does? Dear Damon and Jo, what do you do if you want your Dear Damon and Jo, what do you do if you want to travel the world but your significant other doesn't, but you love them and you don't want to break up?
There are two levels of this, because there's always going to be somebody that's trying to leave and travel and the person who might have to stay or doesn't want to leave, so they're staying regardless. Those are two different experiences, and I'm going to tell you, it's always better to be the one that's deucing out.
Yeah, leaving, like you got to get out of there.
Get out of there.
No, it does suck. Like you have someone you love and you want to kind of have that comfortable life and that's what they want, but like you want to go out and explore the world and like
you need to go with your gut, because we have done this. Like we juggle, it's like we juggle various relationships. That's not how it works.
No.
So you basically have to tell yourself, like, what do I want?
You don't want being the cynical Damon and Jo. Like you don't want ever to be in the situation 5 years from now where you're like, man, I should have went on that trip, but dang Sally over there like told me I shouldn't go because she wanted me to stay here.
And if the person that you're dating doesn't want to travel with you, they should never stop you from pursuing it, and they shouldn't say, hey, it's me or travel, because if they say that, goodbye. Good.
It's like everyone's blood pressure up, or are we feeling inspired? You never know with these videos.
All one and the same. I don't know. Okay.
Okay. Dear Damon and Jo, how to focus to raise money for a trip. We made a video about this too, like how we save money. That was back in the day.
That's a dated video. We need to
but
update
still,
those.
like everything we say in that video is very like
still applies.
Still applies. You guys, every single payment, every single one, every single payment, I literally go to the ATM, I withdraw like 10%. Sometimes I do 5 because like I want some spending money in my pocket. I put it in my Tupperware and I put it in my, not gonna tell you where it's at.
Like right to the left of my sock drawer on this this address, you can find it.
But now what's good is that when I go on trips, I'm like, oh yeah, oh.
Yeah, like he's the king of finding like wads of cash. I always make it like, okay, I have my liquid income in my checking account, and then I have my, you know, limit on my credit card. And when I travel abroad, usually I spend the money on my credit card.
Yeah.
Because I get double points on travel and no international exchange fees. I always work, in Rihanna's words, to pay it off when I get back. At Damon and Jo, my girlfriend's mom thinks I'm a girl. We know I'm a guy. What should I do? I don't want to hide who I am. Whether it's about gender, whether it's about taste in music, whether it's about your career, you have the ability to put your best foot forward and to brand yourself when you walk into a room. You could give off the vibe of like, my name is Jo and I'm goofy, but I'm a boss. You know what I mean? Like, you have the ability to do that.
Also, it doesn't matter that the world understands who you are as long as you are happy with who you are.
Then what you need to do is not let it bug you, because no matter what they think, you feel and think a certain way, and that shouldn't change because somebody doesn't recognize it and value that.
It's also because, like, who are they to like think that they can decide who I am?
You're not gonna rewire my brain. You are what you are, no matter what somebody tells you. You have the ability to try to change their minds, but if you still can't change their minds, don't let it change your mind.
You are who you have to live with for the rest of your life, so it doesn't matter if Sally Jane thinks you're some way, because that doesn't matter what she thinks.
Sally Jane ain't gonna change your life path. Okay, yes, next.
That's it, my knees hurt. Like, this position is not
I had to relocate my legs because we were sitting here like pretzels. Hopefully that advice helped.
I hope. And if not, you got to hear us talk. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Also like this video and follow us on all the other social media.
And don't forget to keep tweeting your problems and your predicaments
your
and
concerns,
your
your life questions
to hashtag Dear Damon and Jo. And we'll be back with some more not so nice advice. Love ya.
Bye.
We really do love you.
We really do.
Even though it doesn't seem like it.
Bye.
We do.
Alright, so looking over there, we got 2 new videos, which are actually the first 2 episodes of Dear Damon and Jo.
So clickety poo poos. We're gonna go.
Bye.